Are you doing cardio wrong? Are you spending hours in the gym, treadmill, elliptical, you name it, doing cardio and your scale doesn't change? Maybe you've been told that zone 2 cardio is the way for weight loss. Is it? Or is it the biggest fitness myth holding you back? Well, stick with me because by the end of this episode, you'll know exactly how to structure your workouts for fat loss and what actually works for most people, and most specifically for women and middle age. And here's the kicker: you may not even need cardio at all to lose weight. In fact, some women are wasting time by doing the wrong type of cardio. And I'll explain all this in a little bit. Welcome to the Venus 225 podcast, where we unlock all the secrets of preventative health for longevity and sustainable fat loss for women over 35. We cut through the myth, break down the science, and give you real strategies to feel strong, healthy, and empowered at every stage of life. I'm Karen Oliver. I'm your host. I'm a certified personal trainer, health coach, and nutrition coach. And today we are tackling one of the biggest fitness misconceptions out there, the so called fat burning zone. Maybe you've heard that keeping your heart rate in certain range is what's best for to burn fat. But is that actually true? And more importantly, is this the most effective way of cardio to lose weight? And is it the most effective one for women? Stay with me because we are breaking down the real science, including the most effective exercise strategies for women in perimenopause and postmenopause. So if you're 35 or over, this chapter is for you. And later in this episode, I'll reveal why lifting weights may be the more effective than cardio for fat loss, and how some women unknowingly sabotage their results. I'm going to take a quick break here to ask for a favor. This is a personal project that I have dreamed about, this podcast, for a long time, and I'm doing it for free on my spare time. I wake up earlier just to be able to do this, to be able to help more people. So the only thing that I ask from you is to please follow my channels, to hit like if you like this podcast, and to share it with other people. It's a small action that makes a big difference, because otherwise, if I cannot get this to the people that need it, I am here just wasting my time. Let's just jump back into this episode. So, is the fat burning zone legit? And if slow cardio isn't the best way to burn fat, what should you be doing instead? Let's dive in. Let's clarify. What is the fat burning zone? The fat burning zone is based on the idea that staying in between 50 to 70% of your max heart rate burns more fat than staying in a higher heart rate. So usually you know your max heart rate. There's a submaximal mathematical way of knowing your max heart rate, and it would be 220 minus your age. That is technically your max heart rate. For women, it's usually 10 beats higher than that. And the zone 2 cardio is staying in a heart rate zone that is 50 to 70% of that number. So it's a very low heart rate. It would be almost walking, or walking with a little bit of incline. This concept became popular in the 80s and 90s because all the studies start suggesting that low intensity cardio, you burn more of a percentage of fat compared to high intensity cardio. So from all the calories that you burn, the percentage of fat oxidation is higher, so you burn more fat. And then back then, 90s, you start seeing in all the gyms that the cardio machines came with the concept of the fat burning zone, and they have like graphics and everything to show you if you were inside the fat burning zone. I'm sure you all know this and you have probably used it. But here's where things start to fall apart. Yes, that remains true. I was in the 80s and it remains true. Low intensity cardio burns more fat, oxidizes more fat than high intensity cardio. High intensity cardio uses more glucose, carbs, as an energy source. But at the end, what really matters is how many calories you're burning. The term fat burn creates a lot of confusion. The actual term that we should use is fat oxidation. When people hear fat burn, they think they're losing the fat, is getting out of their body physically, jumping out of them and losing it. And that's not what it means. It means we are using fat as energy source. We have two tanks of energy in our body. One is fat and the other one is glycogen, so it would be carbs. No matter where you use the energy from, what really matters is the amount of calories that you're burning. Is what really takes you to fat loss. Yes, it is. You technically reduce more fat if you're using fat as energy source. Here comes the trick. When you are in a low heart rate zone, you are burning more fat, the percentage of fat is higher, but in the time frame, you're burning less calories than if you would be in a higher intensity cardio and the same amount of time. So I'll explain this a little bit deeper here soon. If you want to lose weight efficiently, it is not about that percentage. It's about the total expenditure of calories. That's what really matters. So let's say I walk 1 hour. For me, that is around 3 miles, and I am going to burn around 300 calories in that 1 hour that I did walking. Okay. If I run for 1 hour, so same time frame, I'm going to cover twice the distance. It's going to be around 6 miles, and I am going to be burning around 600 calories in the same 1 hour. So what do you think is going to help me lose weight the most? Walking 1 hour, 300 calories, or running 1 hour, 600 calories? The answer is 600 calories in the same amount of time. Here goes the percentage that gets people confused. When you are in a low heart rate zone, so the fat burning zone, you are burning around 60% of those calories are from fat. So 60 from fat, 40 from the carbs, right? Okay. Versus when you're in high intensity cardio, that goes to 30, 40% of fat. See? So less fat, more carbs. And that's why people say, okay, so to lose weight, I need to do the exercise that burns the most percentage of fat. Here, the math now. We said walking 1 hour equates 300 calories. If of those 300 calories, 60% are from fat, I am burning 180 calories from fat. I hope you're following me here. Remember, 180 calories from fat is what equates to that 60% of fat burn. Okay. Now, if I am running for 1 hour, I said I was going to burn around 600 calories. But the fat usage is lower. Let's say it's only 40 instead of 60 that was for the walking. 40% of those 600 calories are 240 calories. See, 180, 40 calories of fat from walking, 240 calories of fat from the run. So at the end, even if that percentage of fat burning is lower, you are burning more calories from fat and more calories in general when you do high intensity cardio. I hope I didn't lose you there. So, even though walking has a higher percentage of fat burning, the total amount of fat burn in high intensity cardio is higher. So, the percentage really does not matter. Research proves this. There's a lot of research. This is not only Karen saying this as a personal trainer. Yeah, we have studied this, and we base all our studies on research. So I'm going to mention you a couple studies here that show what I just told you. 1994, Tremblay et al., they compare steady state cardio versus HIIT, and high intensity cardio or high intensity interval training burn more fat over time, even though the people doing low intensity cardio were doing longer workouts than the high intensity cardio. There goes one study. 2008, Trapp et al., women doing high intensity cardio versus low intensity or steady state cardio. The high intensity cardio group lost more body fat despite working out less. So they did less amount of work than the steady state cardio group, and they lost more body fat. 2021 meta-analysis, obesity reviews, they studied 70 women, low moderate cardio versus high intensity cardio. The high intensity cardio led to greater total fat loss, especially in visceral fat, the belly fat. The people who did higher intensity cardio lost more fat on their belly area or stomach area. And here's what most people don't realize. Even after you stop working out, when you did a high intensity session, you keep burning calories. This is called EPOC, the EPOC effect, excess post-exercise oxygen consumption. It's the afterburn, what people refer as the thermogenic effect of high intensity cardio, or the afterburn effect. When you go high on intensity in your cardio, after you're done, you keep burning calories. And people who run and do high intensity running or speed, they know this. Because once you're done running, you're changing clothes and you're still sweating. You have felt it, right? Okay. So you keep burning calories after the exercise. If you go for just a walk, that does not happen. So that adds up, that compounds on the equation of burning calories. Translation, higher intensity workouts burn more total fat. And not just during the workout, but even after the workout. And this brings me to a huge mistake I see women making. And that huge mistake is not lifting weights. What if I told you that you can lose weight without doing any cardio at all? Do you think that's possible? Of course it's possible. Well, with nutrition alone it's possible. But weightlifting, that's right. You don't need cardio necessarily to lose fat. In fact, lifting weights may be more effective for fat loss, especially in perimenopause and postmenopausal women. Why? Because muscle burns more calories while at rest. When you're resting, if you have higher muscle mass, you're burning more calories. That's one of the reasons. The more muscle you have, the higher your metabolism, the better your metabolism is. Strength training preserve lean muscle. Only doing cardio doesn't. You lose muscle mass while you age. If you only do cardio, you are losing muscle mass. If you incorporate weightlifting, you're preserving your muscle mass. Even if you're not working to grow it, at least you're preserving it. And then if you work on growing it, you're gonna speed up, though that's not the right term, but you're gonna speed up your metabolism. women in menopause lose muscle faster because of the lack of estrogen. Strength training helps counteract this muscle loss, improving with it insulin sensitivity. Remember, the higher the insulin, the bigger the belly fat. So if you lift, you improve your insulin sensitivity, so you lower your insulin and you improve your metabolism. 2015 study that I have here, I'm going to mention, in obesity, 2015 study found that resistance training led to greater long-term fat loss compared to cardio alone, even when calorie intake was controlled. So the problem I see in the gym is, especially with women, I see them lifting for maybe 2 hours and they don't do any cardio. And I have seen them going to the gym, like I go to the same gym every day, I see the same people. And I've seen them going to the gym and working at lifting weights every day for years, and their shape don't seem to change. They don't seem to lose weight, and they don't seem to gain much muscle either, because they don't lift heavy enough and they don't do enough intensity on their lifting routine. That's why lifting alone is not helping them lose weight. But if you do heavy lifting and you do the right intensity, that alone can be enough of a workout to help you lose fat. So, Karen, what is the most effective fat burn strategy after all this? I'm confused. Should I do cardio? Should I do steady state? Should I do high intensity cardio? Should I lift weights? Okay. First, forget about the fat burning zone. We're talking about weight loss here, okay? Because I have to clarify, every time someone asks about fitness or health, longevity, the answers are not black and white. My answer is always, it depends. What's the outcome you want? So I need to clarify that I'm telling you to not do low intensity cardio, and we're talking with the outcome of fat loss, because low intensity cardio is great for other reasons. There's the famous zone 2, which is great for aerobic capacity and longevity. I need to do this disclaimer. We are talking about weight loss. So low intensity cardio, forget about the famous fat burning zone for low intensity cardio, and do high intensity. Do strength training, 2-3 sessions per week to help preserve muscles, to boost metabolism, and to burn fat. But lift heavy and do the right intensity. When you lift heavy, you're going to see that your heart rate spikes really high. So it is like doing a high intensity cardio. If you do it right, you're going to burn a lot of calories and you're going to grow muscle mass. Then incorporate high intensity training or high intensity cardio that is appropriate for your fitness level. Now, can you lose weight doing low intensity cardio? Yes. Any exercise is going to help you lose weight. We just explained that what really matters is the total amount of calories. And why am I going back on this? Because some people can't do high-intensity cardio because of physical reasons. Age, they're old, they have injuries, they have arthritis, or they just hate it. So what's the answer for them? Don't do anything? No. The answer is do what you can do, or do what you love, because at the end, what you're going to stick to is what you really love. So let's say you hate high-intensity cardio and you only like walking with an incline on the treadmill. Perfect. But you have to understand and be okay with the fact that there's going to be a trade-off. In order for you to burn as many calories as high-intensity cardio, while only doing low-intensity cardio, you're going to have a trade-off of time. That's it. That's all it is. You need more time doing cardio if you're going to do low-intensity cardio than if you're going to do high-intensity cardio. I gave you the example of 1 hour of walking versus 1 hour of running. Let's say your goal is to burn 600 calories. If you run, you need 1 hour. If you want to walk only, you're going to need 2 hours to burn the same 600 calories. But see, you are going to burn 600 calories anyway. It is not like you cannot do it. Like high intensity cardio is the only way. It's not. There are many ways. At the end, what matters is the amount of calories you burn during the day compared to the amount of calories you're eating. So do the type of cardio that you love. I am only explaining to you the reasons why high intensity cardio is better for weight loss because it's more efficient. Prioritize daily movement. Let's be honest. You go to the gym, 1 hour a day? And probably not every day. Let's say you're a gym rat and you go 2 hours a day. Okay, what do you do the other 22 hours of the day? 2 hours, 22 hours outside the gym. 2 in, 22 outside. Those 22 hours is what really matters. Because you cannot outwork out a bad diet. In 2 hours, you cannot compensate everything that you can do wrong in the other 22 hours of the day. So don't think that because you went to the gym for 2 hours and do the high intensity cardio that Karen told you to do, then you can eat whatever you want. Because then you're not doing anything. You cannot outwork out a bad diet. How many calories can you burn in 2 hours? If you're a female, average weight, 150 pounds, you're going to burn, I don't know, 600 calories an hour. If I run, Karen, me, 2 hours, I'm going to burn 1,000 calories. You know how easy it is to eat extra 1,000 calories. So if I run 2 hours, I burn 1,000 calories and I go home and I'm like, great, now I'm going to have the pancakes with chocolate chips, banana, peanut butter, syrup. I already ate more than I burned during my 2 hour run. See? So what really matters is what you do in the other 22, 23 hours of your day. And then, very important for weight loss, manage stress and sleep. Chronic stress raises cortisol, and this is more prevalent in perimenopause and menopause women, so middle-aged women. The stress is high due to lifestyle. We add some stress by working out. So a spike in cortisol while you work out is acute, and that is good. But if you're already very stressed and your cortisol is high, you are not going to be able to lose weight, especially belly fat. So you need to prioritize and work on your sleep and managing your stress if you want to lose the belly fat. Next time you see the fat burning zone on a treadmill or any cardio gym equipment, you know better, right? The real key, strength training, metabolic workouts, and daily movement. Try to get off your desk often. Try to hit your 8,000, 10,000, 12,000 steps a day. Exercise to high-intensity cardio, prioritize sleeping. And most importantly, find a routine that you enjoy. Because yes, Karen is telling you to do high-intensity cardio, but if you don't like it, you're not going to stick to it. Find something that you love and then be consistent with it. That is what's going to help you lose the weight. I hope this episode helped you and clarify some doubts about cardio and fat loss. Hit subscribe, please, and share this with someone. Leave a review if you like it. Comment, ask questions. I'm here to answer to you. Follow me on social media, Instagram. I'm very active. And thanks for listening. I'll see you on the next episode.